there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shelby and today I'm going to be doing my weekly reading wrap up from the 26th of November till the 2nd of December. I read a total of 5 books. I read 3 thriller mystery type of novels and 2 chick lit, one a little bit more steamy than the other. The first book that I read is The Other Woman by Sandy Jones. I think this is supposed to be a thriller. It was all over the internet, like in all my ads and stuff, so I had high hopes for it. And it was blurbed from Sarah Pekkanen from The Wife Between Us, which I loved that book. I was really excited, but I was a little disappointed because to me it is not a thriller. It's more like a family drama, and for most of the book it was about a 3-star read. It's about a woman named Emily. She meets a man named Adam. They start a relationship. He has a really close relationship with his mom, Pammy, so he brings Emily home to introduce them, and weird stuff starts happening. Emily, when they're alone, Emily and Pammy, she treats her odd. She seems to want to push Emily away and make her jealous, and she treats Emily different when they're alone than when Adam is around, and the relationship Adam and Pammy has seems a little strange. And it continues that way and gets worse as they get engaged, as they're supposed to get married, and just every time they have a big moment, Pammy ruins it, and the relationship is just strange on all aspects, and no one sees how terrible Pammy is but Emily. And so like I said, about a 3-star read most of the book, but the ending did have a really good twist, so I gave it 3.5 stars because I really liked that ending, and that was, I think, the most thrillery part of it. But the rest of the book more was like a chick lit family drama kind of book. Didn't make my heart pump or anything, but it was okay. It definitely did not like live up to the hype, so that was kind of a bummer, but it was good and I really liked the ending. And then after that I picked up I Heart Hollywood by Lindsay Calque. This is the second book in the I Heart series. The first one is I Heart New York, which I loved that book. I think I gave it 5 stars or 4.5 stars. So it does continue with the same character named Angela, her boyfriend Alex, and her best friend Jenny. So Angela, she is writing her own blog, and she gets an assignment to do an interview in LA of a movie star. He requested specifically to have her interview him, and she's never interviewed anyone in her life, and he's a really big star. So she travels all the way from New York to LA to interview him, and some crazy things start happening, and she gets herself in a lot of trouble, and somehow they keep getting photographed together, and the tabloids are saying they're dating, but they're not. And so she's just hoping that her boyfriend back home doesn't believe the tabloids. And I thought this was a really cute book. I gave it 4 stars. I can't wait to finish up the series. I think it has like another 3 or 4 books. But I think Lindsay Calque has a really great writing style. She's funny, and I really like her books. Unfortunately, this is a kind of a bad version of the book, but really like her books. And then after that, I read a book called Killman Creek by Rachel Kane. It is the second book in the Stillhouse Lake series, and it continues with the same characters, Gwen and Sam. So Gwen's husband, Mel, just escaped from prison, and she's trying to find him, and she goes with Sam to go find him, and she leaves her kids with someone from their town to keep safe. And basically they get themselves in a lot of trouble, and they discover things they weren't expecting, and a relationship does ensue between Sam and Gwen, and the children are in danger yet again. And it was a really good book. I gave it 4.5 stars. I like the suspense in it. I like the twist, and I do like the romance aspect as well. I think has just enough romance for like a suspenseful book. And I can't wait to read the 3rd one. I think it's coming out next year, and I'm curious to see what other work she has because I really do like Rachel Kane's writing. And then after that, I read Reflected in You by Sylvia Day. This is the second book in the Crossfire series, and it follows exactly picking up where the last book left off. Gideon and Eva, they have this really steamy relationship. They can't get enough of each other. They've decided to be committed to one another, but Gideon is keeping secrets from Eva, and she can't get past it. They're seeing a therapist together to work on their relationship because they both have abusive pasts from their childhood, and they want to make it work, but she can't trust Gideon and because he's just keeping things from her, and so their relationship is just on and off, and it's steamy, it's sexy, it's angsty, it makes you mad, but it is really good. I gave it 4 stars, and I really enjoy Sylvia Day's writing, and I can't wait to finish up this series. And then the last book I read is Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinburrough. I really liked this book. I think this was probably my favorite book of the week. And it follows 3 different characters, Louise and Adele and David. So Louise meets this really handsome man in a bar, and they kiss at the end of the night, and she has a strong attraction to him, and his name is David. And then she realizes the next day that this guy is her new boss and he's married. And the wife's name is Adele. And so she's like, oh crap, I just kissed a married man and he's my new boss. Louise is a divorced 30-something woman with a child, and her ex-husband cheated on her. So it's a sensitive subject to be involved with a married man. And then she literally runs into this woman by her son's school, and her name is Adele, and she happens to be the wife of David, and her and Adele make a friendship. They go out to like coffee, I think, together, and Louise cannot pick between David and Adele. So her and David cannot stay away from each other. Her and Adele have a relationship, and she's not telling each one that she knows both of them. And so it's pretty twisty and definitely psychological. You know that something is up with Adele because she talks in a way that she's definitely not all there psychologically, and you know that something is wrong. And she makes it seem, or it could be, that David is an abusive, controlling husband. And so Louise starts to question, who is David, and is he telling the truth, or is Adele telling the truth? And it's kind of making her pick sides. And this had a double twist at the end. Like, it had a big twist, and then it had an even bigger one right after that. So I really liked this. I gave it 4.5 stars. I really want to read more by her, but I heard her newest book, I think it's Cross of the Heart or something like that, wasn't as good, so I don't think I'll read that one. But this one was really good, and especially if you like twists and turns, I highly recommend it. So those are the 5 books that I read this week. I will link them all down below, as well as my Goodreads, if you want to be my friend, and I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye!